is the last quarter moon tarot reading for my soul family, February 20th, 2025. We are going to pull the most prominent energies, then we will look at what the current obstacle is, how we can release or move past the obstacle, as well as what the result of having done so would be. I am going to wrap it all up with any additional advice and messages for you. Just keep in mind that it may or may not resonate. It could be somebody else that's around you, someone you deal with, so only take it as it fits if it fits. Don't force things and flip roles where you might need to. And remember that our sense of timing is not always in alignment with divine timing. All right, what do you have for my soul family, please? Most prominent energies, February 20th, 2020. Thank you. Okay. Milky Way with perspective is here. On the bottom is balance. And you also have change with the thunder moon and waning gibbous. So I feel like there is this energy of you coming from a more balanced perspective. I feel like there is a need for you to maybe reassess the way that you're looking at a situation, the way you're viewing something. I feel like it could mean doing some shadow work, some internal work, right? I feel like maybe delving into the emotions a bit more, going a bit deeper, all right, to, I feel like, kind of sort through something. I feel like it brings an energy of clarity, and I feel like with that clarity comes this change. All right. I feel like there is also something to do with like power struggles or control issues. And I feel like there's kind of a release of that here. I'm getting like a pushback with the change. So I feel like there's something to do with like kind of like going with the flow a bit more, right? Like not really pushing back the same. I'm also getting something to do with you like being able to see something for what it is. Having trouble seeing something for what it is, maybe. Maybe that's where the imbalance is, but I feel like this is a matter of balancing your emotions, balancing your perspective. I feel like there is a release. Again, it's that pushback. Can I get for my soul family most prominent energies with this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025? Tree with grounding. So I feel like that comes with the reflection, doing that shadow work, right? The grounding. I feel like this is you planting your feet, right? On solid ground. Doing that reflection, doing that inner work. I feel like that is where the shift is. That's where the change comes into play. Beginnings, new moon. So there is a new start. I feel like doing something new, doing something different. Wake-up calls, tsunami, that comes with the shadow work. I feel like that comes with, I feel like moving through some heavier emotions, some more deep-seated emotions, releasing them. I feel like in order to open up to some sort of change, in order to initiate some sort of action in a new direction, a different direction, towards this place of solitude and peace. The masculine, that's the action again. For my soul family, most prominent energies, February 20th, 2025, please. Okay, new moon promise. I feel like there is a fresh start. Dawn with new beginnings. There is a new start. There's a fresh start. Attraction. I feel like it's what you're calling in. It's what you bring in. I feel like with this inner work. Yep, there's the change. All right. Let's see what else we can get. Most prominent energies for my soul family, please. February 20th, 2025. Thank you. Aquarius, the innovator. I feel like there's something to do with the breakthrough, a breaking free. I feel like I have some heavier emotions, some more deep-seated emotions. I feel like there is also an energy of you kind of doing something like extremely different, I want to say. I feel like this is you doing something extremely different. I kind of feel like this is you doing like a 180. Setting yourself free from something. I feel like whatever these heavier emotions are, whatever is blocking, I feel like a new start, a fresh start. Okay, the numinous with mystery. So this does have to do with shadow work. It does have to do with some, I feel like, some energy of a deeper truth. There's like something to do with a deeper truth here, okay? I feel like it's uncovering that deeper truth. Maybe it's in regard to the unknown for some. But I feel like it does have to do with you honoring your intuition at the same time. I feel like There's some energy of this shadow work that's being asked of you, because I feel like there's something that's in the way of your intuition. There's something that's in the way of your inner knowing. I feel like when it comes to a new start, a fresh start, complexity is here. I feel like you are undergoing this energy of transformation. It's requiring an energy of adjustment through the shadow work. When it comes to your inner world, there's something that's been like complicated, or it's felt complicated, but I feel like it's because there's something you're still working through or needing to work through internally. I feel like that brings that energy of clarity that helps you to better hear or understand what it is your intuition is telling you, if that makes sense, okay? It sets you free at that point. I feel like you're more open at that point with the Aquarius energy. 11th house, the edge. There is an energy of rebellion here. I feel like it's an energy of starting up something fresh, something new. I feel like moving towards an energy of goals, what you have in mind, what you hope for, what you see for the future. Aquarius can be very future oriented, right? Cancer, the doula, is on the bottom. That's the intuition. I feel like that's the receptivity that you have. I feel like there's something to do with clearing some deep-seated emotions in order to be able to clearly understand where it is your intuition is guiding you, what it's guiding you towards. I feel like there is an openness that's needed, because I feel like with Cancer, this can be a defensive energy, this can be an introverted energy, and I feel like there's a need for opening up. Maybe it's opening up to the intuition, clearing out what you need to clear out in order to be open to the intuition. I feel like it does bring about an energy of ease. I feel like it helps you to go with the flow a bit more. Most prominent energies for my soul family. February 20th, 2025. Last quarter moon. 6th house craft. I feel like this has to do with your well-being. I feel like there is an energy of purification with that as well, right? I feel like there could be something to do with your daily rituals, your daily habits, when it comes to that clarity, when it comes to the intuition, that shadow work and grounding. Taurus, the bombshell, is on the bottom. I feel like that's speaking to the grounding. I feel like that's speaking to an energy of productivity. I feel like there is an energy of growth. And again, I feel like there's something to do with opening up, and I feel like it's just some more lighthearted energy, because Taurus is about pleasure seeking. I feel like your intuition is guiding you towards something more lighthearted, something more pleasurable. Your intuition is guiding you towards this energy of growth, but I feel like it's in the details. I feel like it lies within your intuition, and I feel like your intuition is a little bit clouded by some deep-seated emotions. Your perspective may be a little off because of that. What's the current obstacle for my soul family with the last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025? What's the current obstacle for my soul family this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025? I feel like there's something that you're holding on to emotionally, okay? Fortune's wheel. I feel like it is this forward movement. I feel like it is this new start, this fresh start, that's kind of like the obstacle, right? Because I feel like it has something to do with your perspective. I feel like you're like looking at something, but it's like you can't quite get to it. There's something that's a little out of reach. It feels a little out of reach, or you see it as being a little out of reach. I don't think that it is out of reach. I feel like it's only out of reach because you see it as out of reach. Page of Water is on the bottom, and the Queen of Air. I feel like there's a little bit of a pessimistic attitude here. I feel like there's a little bit of a pessimistic perspective. All right, I feel like you're a little closed off, not seeing something clearly, not seeing something accurately for what it really is. I feel like the queen is almost like, I feel like she's got her eye on the page, but I feel like she's questioning it. There's a little bit of doubt or fear when it comes to what's promising or what you see as being promising, or what you would see as being promising. I feel like there's something to do with your outward expression. Even if it's just the way that you're like viewing something, it's like that's what you're projecting, right? Your perspective is what you're projecting into your outer world. And I feel like there's a little bit of a shift needed when it comes to that. So I feel like that could be why this obstacle with some forward movement is here. Alright, so how can my soul family release or move past the obstacle with the fortune's wheel? We'll clarify in a minute. 9 of air. I feel like there is a little bit of fear. I feel like there is a little bit of anxiety. I feel like you are kind of pessimistic, closed off to the idea of something. I feel like you're anticipating the worst. That's the problem. I feel like you got to release that energy. I feel like there's a lot of overthinking. I feel like there's a lot of overanalyzing. Your perspective is off. The sun is here. I feel like it has to do with the clarity, all right? I feel like you need to ground yourself. I feel like you need to do a little bit of inner work, shadow work. I feel like there's something deep-seated here that is still needing cleared out in order for this wheel to spin in a forward motion. Could be a little bit of impatience here as well when it comes to a change, this transformation. But I feel like it's something you're still kind of holding on to that you need to release with the Four of Earth, okay? There's still kind of a weight here that I feel like needs released. Let go of. Alright, what would be the result of having moved past the obstacle here with the Fortune's Wheel for my soul family at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025? What would be the result? Strength. On the bottom is the King of Water and Justice. And you also have Hangman. I feel like you would release whatever is needing released, okay? I feel like what would result is an energy of openness. I feel like an energy of growth. I feel like you may build, like your confidence may build. I feel like there would be an increase of some kind with strength is what I'm getting as well. An increase, King of Water, Justice. I feel like there's openness. An increase of confidence, an increase of, I feel like maybe some energy of abundance or prosperity, whether that's spiritual, emotional, practical. And I feel like there would be clarity that brings that energy of getting unstuck. There's clarity that brings bravery, that brings this energy of balance into your life, in some area of your life. It's in the details with the Nine of Swords. Something to do with the heart space with the King of Water. Those deep-seated emotions. Facing something here. Confronting something, and I feel like it sets you free when you confront it. It opens up the door. The clarity brings the door into view. Clarify the Fortune's Wheel for my soul family. Current obstacle at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025. Clarify the Fortune's Wheel, please, for my soul family. February 20th, 2025, last quarter moon. I feel like there's like a lack of foresight, or you're not really seeing the way clearly with the Three of Wands, the Empress. I feel like there's a little bit of neglect here, emotional neglect of the self. I feel like the obstacle is the new star. It's the new moon energy with the promise. The Empress. Like allowing a new reality to emerge, maybe wanting a new reality to emerge, like waiting for some energy of newness. But I feel like that's the obstacle, is like this actually like moving in a forward motion with the Fortune's wheel. It's almost like you're like stuck on reverse. The star is on the bottom, so maybe it's a matter of timing, right? And releasing that to the universe, releasing that control and that power to the universe, believing in the universe when it comes to the timing of things. When it comes to this Fortune's wheel moving in a forward motion, I feel like the faith comes from the heart. And then there's the Chariot behind that. It is. It's some sort of forward movement that you're wanting, waiting for. But I feel like the obstacle is believing in it. I feel like the obstacle is relinquishing that control and power to the universe and just kind of like allowing it to unfold and come in as it will, when it will. It's in the details. What's the Nine of Air? How my soul family can release or move past the obstacle with the Fortune's wheel at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025. What's the Nine of Air? How to release or move past the obstacle with the Fortune's wheel. The Chariot. And the stars on the bottom, and the Hierophant. I feel like you are kind of having to look to the universe a little bit. You are having to put a little bit of faith into the universe, a little more faith into the universe. I feel like there may also be something to do with you moving in a new direction. Maybe you are needing to take the reins in some area in some type of way when it comes to this Fortune's wheel. So I feel like it's like a stuck wheel. It's stuck. It's figuring out how to move it forward. I feel like that lies in the details. I feel like it lies with the inner work, the shadow work. Again, I feel like there's something to do with your perspective and how that's projecting outward into your reality, your physical reality. I feel like there's something to do with more faith in the timing, though. The universe's timing. What's the Nine of Air with the Chariot for my soul family? How to release or move past the obstacle with the Fortune's wheel at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025. Also, Hierophant and the Star, and then the Two of Cups, but there's like a bunch behind it, so I'm not going to take those, okay? It is the Three of Cups, King of Wands, and Judgment. Seven of Swords is on the bottom. I feel like the Judgment, I feel like it is you releasing a little bit of control to the universe as far as the timing of things and the way in which it will play out. I feel like that has to do with that shadow work, that ego, right, with the King of Wands. I feel like the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups, I feel like that is an energy of something coming together. I feel like it is an energy of something more lighthearted that's coming together. And the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is like that, a negative perspective. This is a negative viewpoint that's being projected outwardly. What's the Strength energy for my soul family, the end result of having moved past the obstacle at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025? What's the Strength, most likely result of having moved past the obstacle? Ten of Pentacles. Something more secure. Something more stable, something more solid. I feel like, again, this is speaking to that confidence. I feel like it is speaking to an energy of prosperity as well. Well-being. Five of Wands, coming out of this place of conflict, inner conflict, struggle. I feel like this is you opening up to some change. I feel like you are having to like readjust or switch something up here as far as the perspective, the way that you're feeling or seeing something. What's the strength with the Ten of Pentacles? Most likely a result of having moved past the obstacle for my soul family at the time of this last quarter moon. The Tower. It's the change. It's the change. I feel like it's something more solid, more stable. I feel like it's something more true. That's when it all shifts. That's when the wheel starts spinning in the forward motion. Four of Pentacles, it's literally what you're holding on to that I feel like you need to let go of, that brings the change, that brings the shift. Alright, let's get a little more detail. I might do this a little out of order. Can you tell us about the Chariot for my soul family? How to release or move past the obstacle with the Fortune's Wheel at the time of this last quarter moon, please. February 20th, 2025. What is the Chariot with the Nine of Swords? Okay, yeah, let go and move on. I feel like you are having to take the reins when it comes to this energy of letting go of that Four of Pentacles. Whatever that weight is, I feel like it's taking the reins in the sense of letting it go. I feel like it is something to do with the shadow work, and it comes from something that's more based on emotion. Missing you is also about that sadness or feeling lonely or alone, right? Sunglasses, so there's the perception. It is that. Tell us about the current obstacle with the Fortune's Wheel for my soul family, February 20th, 2025. What is the Fortune's Wheel current obstacle at the time of this last quarter moon? The Sword and the Rose. It's clarity, it's truth. There's a revelation. It is also about power. Maybe you're in an energy of self-protection as well, not wanting to let go. It's a means of self-protection, holding on to something. I feel like it doesn't fit, it's not true to you. There's clarity when it comes to that. I feel like there's clarity when it comes to this wheel moving in a forward motion. I feel like being able to see the way ahead. Passion is on the bottom, so this is about chemistry. It's about liking each other equally, having fun. I feel like it's that more lighthearted energy. But I feel like there is a need to release some more negative emotions, some less positive emotions. Because I feel like that's being projected outward into your reality. I feel like you're not able to see very clearly, or you're choosing not to honor the clarity that you do have. It's a means of self-protection. Clarity about the path ahead with the Three of Wands, how to get there, what needs doing, what it means. You have to let go of. Tell us about the Tower with the Strength card. Most likely result of having moved past the obstacle at the time of this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025. Stoked. Positive manifestation. Dreams coming true. Great things happening. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming, and I don't necessarily feel like that's like another person. I just feel like this in general. Love is coming is like something that's going to make you happier, something that's going to fill your heart with an energy of gratitude and peace, I want to say. Feel great first is here. So there is an energy of shadow work. I feel like there is an energy of raising your vibration, all right, in order to like attract and bring in whatever this change is related to. There is an energy of destructive habits with that shadow work, okay? Toxic thinking and behavior. I feel like this is negatively impacting the wheel moving in a forward motion based on the projection that you're putting out. And I feel like that is stemming from something that is still needing addressed or moved through entirely from within. There is trust, there is fear with the guarded heart. Being able to forgive and let go. Being able to release past hurts. Something is in the way. There's a weight in the way. Final advice and messages, please, for my soul family regarding this last quarter moon, February 20th, 2025. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. I mean, I feel like that's the Tower, right? A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, and conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So there is something that's still wrapping up or needing wrapped up, and I feel like it's regarding that Four of Pentacles, right? Can I get one more for my soul family? Last quarter moon, February 20th, thank you. The end of a type cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. It's almost like a test of patience is what I'm getting. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. I feel like you are having to move directions. You are having to, like, something's switching here. Something is changing. There is a change. I feel like something has come to an end in your life, and I feel like there's this need for you to process and move through and accept it, and then do whatever needs doing in order to, like, move down a new path here, okay? I feel like the path is shifting. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, which is what we've been saying, and it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. And I feel like the action is related to the inner work. It's the shadow work. It's whatever needs letting go of when it comes to this negativity. It's almost like making peace with something, right? Like making peace with some ending and like being okay with something new beginning. All right, what's the final messages and advice for my soul family? Last quarter moon. Cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns, number 10. So maybe you're needing to communicate. Maybe you're needing to open up in order to be able to, like, move through something here, in order to be able to make peace with something so that you can move down a new path. Birth of creation, potential growth, number 6. That's the Empress, is what we talked about. The Fortune's Wheel. Celestial gatekeeper, number 7. Timing is critical. And new love is forming, all right? Number 15. So I feel like timing is critical. I feel like that's kind of speaking to the delay, but I feel like this is kind of like self-inflicted. It's a self-inflicted delay. It is partly to do with the universe also. But I feel like it's because the universe knows you're not ready. Because there's still some baggage. Alright, there's still some negativity that needs released. I feel like this birth of creation has to do with that perspective. Alright, final messages and advice for my soul family, please. Thank you. Spring, I feel like that's speaking to the potential growth, alright? Manifesting, struggling with self-expression. There is a need to communicate something. Something needs communicated. Confronting the issues, right? That's what we're talking about. I feel like that's where the door opens to this growth. Moving down this new path. I feel like towards something more prosperous. Something more productive. Alright, what else do you have for my soul family? February 20th, thank you. Aligning words with actions. So this is not just saying things, this is doing things. There could be some options, decisions, confronting the issues, 2 weeks. And do something fun. There's the lighthearted energy that's been coming up a couple different times. I feel like it does have to do with an energy of security, whether that's just like confidence related or securing something with the 6th house craft. I feel like it does have to do with your contribution to a situation either way, and I feel like that starts with the perspective, which starts with that inner work and releasing whatever needs released as far as the negativity. It could be communicating things here. It could be expressing yourself, working towards some goal, working towards an energy of purification. I feel like some more productive direction. Weighing the options. I feel like this does have to do with a fresh start. I feel like the 2 weeks is putting an end to something that is no longer working. This 2 weeks is putting an end to something when it comes to whatever these issues are that need confronting. Releasing it with the Four of Pentacles. For my soul family, what's the final advice? Can we get final messages for my soul family? Teacher here with Shadowkite, the Wolf, number 30. On the bottom is Reflection with Rhodonite, number 22, Winter. It's something to do with what your feelings are trying to tell you. There's something to do with these feelings. I feel like this is a matter of adjustment and transformation when it comes to these feelings of negativity. I feel like they are teaching you something. They're trying to teach you something. I feel like it's how to release it and move past something. Confronting some issue. Final advice and messages for my soul family, please. Courage, truth, and shadow work. That's exactly what the teacher energy is, okay? Manifestation, what you seek is seeking you. Change is important. Release the past. And find a balance with the sun, okay? You also have the grounding with witchy medicine, connect to earth. One numerology card, please, for my soul family with the last quarter moon. Thank you. 1414, light up. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. This has to do with the mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook with the perspective and quality. And then you have 0707, compromise, self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges. Express your emotions and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. So there is some energy of clarity that I feel like allows this breakthrough. It allows for this freedom, right? I feel like for you to be able to move in a new direction. However, that is. 888, karma, which it says a lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. So that backs up what I said about that prosperity, right? If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. So this has to do with balance, finances, success, wealth, but it's more than just materialistic wealth and monetary cycles. What goes around comes around, right? And I feel like this is again speaking to that perspective and how you're projecting that into your outer world, right? Into your reality. So this is what I have for y'all. I wish you much luck. I wish you much love. I hope you stay safe, and I will catch you another time.